Have you ever felt there's something deeper to uncover in life? Something beyond the obvious and the daily routines? Proverbs 30 invites us to explore the mysteries and hidden wisdom that can transform how we see the world. But here's the truth. These revelations aren't for the rushed or distracted. They require curiosity, humility, and a genuine desire to learn. Imagine seeing the greatness of God in every detail of creation, finding balance amidst chaos, and cultivating awe for the simple things in life. These lessons not only open your eyes but also awaken your soul. Are you ready to dive into these mysteries and discover what it truly means to live with purpose and wisdom? Lesson 1. Recognize the greatness of God. Who has gone up to heaven and come down? Whose hands have gathered up the wind? Who has wrapped up the waters in a cloak? Proverbs 30 verse 4. This verse challenges us to reflect on the unmatched majesty and power of God. It reminds us that we can't fully comprehend His greatness, but we can recognize it everywhere. Imagine the sunrise, the sound of ocean waves, or the vastness of a starry sky. All point to a sovereign Creator. Recognizing God's greatness gives us perspective. Instead of being overwhelmed by daily problems, we can entrust our worries to Him, knowing His power is limitless. To practice this, take a moment to marvel at creation, pray with gratitude, and reconnect with the simplicity of His presence. But how do we balance this recognition with humility about our own limitations? Lesson 2. Embrace humility in your limitations. I am the most ignorant of men. I do not have a man's understanding. Proverbs 30 verse 2. This verse reveals one of the greatest secrets of wisdom, recognizing our own limitations. Admitting that we don't know everything isn't a weakness, but a strength. It's this humility that creates space for learning and growth. Think about a time when you set aside pride to listen to advice or seek help. It led you to greater understanding, didn't it? Practicing this humility starts with a willingness to listen more and talk less. For example, in a conversation, ask questions and seek to learn something new instead of trying to demonstrate knowledge. Another way is to reflect daily on where you can improve and ask God for wisdom to grow. This mindset opens doors to new possibilities. Speaking of balance, how can we seek just what we need and avoid life's extremes? Lesson 3. Seek balance and avoid extremes. Give me neither poverty nor riches, but give me only my daily bread. Proverbs 30 verse 8. This verse offers a valuable lesson about balance and contentment. Asking for just enough isn't a lack of ambition. It's wisdom. Imagine someone constantly chasing wealth without enjoying the present, or someone lost in scarcity, overwhelmed by worry. Both miss the essence of life. To seek balance, practice gratitude. Make a daily list of the things you already have and are thankful for. Additionally, evaluate your goals. Are you pursuing what truly matters, or getting lost in excess? For example, instead of focusing on accumulating material things, invest in experiences and relationships that bring meaning to your life. With balance, we find peace. But how can we apply this wisdom in how we interact with others? Lesson 4. Be wise in your relationships with others. There is a generation that is pure in its own eyes, yet is not cleansed of its filth. Proverbs 30 verse 12. This verse warns us about the trap of judgment and hypocrisy. It's easy to point out others' flaws without reflecting on our own. Imagine someone constantly criticizing but unwilling to accept correction. This creates divisions and harms relationships. Wisdom in dealing with others starts with empathy and humility. Before judging, ask yourself, am I seeing the situation fairly? How would I want to be treated in this context? Practice listening without interruption, offering genuine help, and being willing to forgive. For example, in a conflict, instead of reacting defensively, seek to understand the other person's perspective. Healthy relationships are built on mutual respect, which leads to a deeper question. How can we see the world with the wonder of a child? Lesson 5. Cultivate awe and the wisdom of simplicity. There are 3 things that are too amazing for me, for that I do not understand. Proverbs 30 verse 18. This verse invites us to cultivate a spirit of wonder at the complexity and beauty of the world. In a rushed and distracted world, we lose the ability to marvel at the simple. Imagine observing a bird in flight, a river's flow, or a child's smile. These moments connect us to God's wisdom in profound ways. To practice this wonder, slow down. Take time to reflect on the small miracles of daily life. Meditate on how these simple elements point to something greater, divine wisdom. For example, while walking in nature, ask yourself, what does this scene teach me about God's greatness? Simplicity teaches us to value what truly matters. And now, how can we bring all these lessons together to live fully and transformatively? Now that you've explored these lessons, the question is, what will you do with them? The mysteries revealed in Proverbs 30 aren't just for reflection but for transformation. Which one touched you the most? Was it the call to humility, the balance in seeking only what's necessary, or the rediscovery of awe for the wonders around you? Think about it. How can you apply these truths in your life today? Share your reflections in the comments. We'd love to hear how these lessons resonate with you. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications to keep receiving powerful teachings like these. Your journey of wisdom is just beginning. Are you ready for the next step?